I'm so glad for you to come back. Today, we're going to take a little trip. We're going to go traveling back and do some time travel today. We're going to be talking about the 1940s and how glamorous it was and what the movie stars were wearing and who the movie stars were who were being fashionistas and showing off the great beauty. Of course, Max Factor was started in the 1940s, so he was the makeup artist to go to and had the makeup that all the stars wore. I grew up in the 1940s. I was really a little girl, but I always loved the movies, and I was fascinated every time my parents would take me to a matinee to see the glamorous movie stars on the screen. So let's take a little deja vu and have a little fun today and go back to the 1940s, shall we? The Hollywood studios promoted nothing but glamour. They had Joan Crawford, Marlene Dietrich, Betty Davis. They would do anything to have a beautiful woman on the screen. And do you know what they used to do in the 1940s? Do you remember Marlene Dietrich's deep cheekbones and Joan Crawford's deep cheekbones? Well, they were not natural. The studio would extract back molars of these young actresses, and therefore they would have sunken-in cheeks. I mean, that's unheard of today. I don't think any actress would do anything like that to change their appearance today. But the 1940s was absolutely different. It was all about glamour and glamorous movie stars. The 1940s also was the era of the pompadour and the nice curls and padded shoulders. It was all about glamour and nothing about their lives of the movie stars was really real. It was all made up by the studio publicists, and what they were off screen was entirely different as to what they really were in front of the camera. Let's time travel now, and let's go back into the 1940s, and we'll see just exactly how we are today, and some of our fashions today are carryovers or comebacks from the 1940s.
Let's start with Katharine Hepburn with her beautiful hair and thin penciled eyes. All of the ladies had penciled eyes and pompadour and curly hair. That was the look. Katharine also was responsible for pantsuits. She wore pantsuits at home and away from the camera, and that started all of the women in the 1940s wanting to wear pantsuits. And who do you think this is? Look how thin her eyebrows are. Do you know who this is? This is Joan Crawford when she was younger, and look at the eyebrows. And she's the one that had her molars removed to give her high cheekbones. But as she became more of a movie star, look what happened to her eyebrows. They became thick and bushy, and she had an entirely different look once she became an established movie star. And look at this dress. Wouldn't this dress go today? This dress back in the 40s, 70 years ago, would still be fashionable. And the woman with the great big eyes and wavy hair is, of course, Betty Davis. Look, again, penciled eyebrows, big false eyelashes, and curly, curly hair. You never, ever saw straight hair on any of these women in the movies. They always had their hair curled or permed. And who is this beautiful woman? Of course, Ava Gardner. So stunning. She was just a natural beauty. I don't think she would ever have to wear makeup, and she still was so glamorous and so beautiful. And here she is wearing something, fur. Fur and jewels were all the rage and the very epitome of glamour back in the 1940s. Do you recognize her? Of course, it's Marlene Dietrich, and she also had her teeth removed to accentuate her already high cheekbones. She also had penciled in eyebrows, and hats and furs were all the rage then still. My mother did her eyebrows just like that when she was younger, but they never grew back, so she always had thin eyebrows. Now, the 1940s fashion emphasized waist, hats, and gloves. Every single outfit that you see here, the waist was so defined, so very, very small. And even the buttrick patterns and all the patterns that the women after the war would buy, look how accentuated the waist is. Made them very, very small. Women always had dresses with waist. You never would see a dress without a waist. And here, of course, is glamorous Rita Hayworth wearing a beautiful gown, but again, a cinched-in waist. And this is Hepburn's influence on slacks. For women, the men lost their slacks. As far as makeup goes, there were about 4 big makeup companies. Max Factor, Helena Rubinstein, Elizabeth Arden, Coty, and Maybelline were the makeup companies that were big in the 1940s. Movies were a wonderful entertainment in the 1940s. Casablanca was one. The other one was Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. They were really wonderful entertainment for all families. Gentlemen's Agreement. I know we used to go to matinees and to movies all the time with my parents. And of course, Katharine Hepburn in Adam's Rib. For Me and My Gal is another one. And I have to put this one in because I fell in love as a little girl with Gary Cooper in Saratoga Trump. What was I doing in 1940? I was playing nurse with my doll and my little nurse kit and my brother. Take care. Thank you so much for coming. You are all so awesome. And I hope to see you again soon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be good to yourself.